Thomas here and welcome back to another video. So today we're back here for another speed build, and today we're going to go ahead and create this Oasis Springs mansion. But this is actually a collaboration with Marmelad. So if you don't know who she is, she makes some amazing Sims 4 speed builds on her channel, and she does them in like that stop motion style, which I can never do for some reason. So she makes some amazing content, so make sure you go ahead and check out her channel, as she went ahead and built the exterior of this home. And in today's video, part 2 on my channel, we are going to be doing the interior as well as the outdoor furnishing as well. So if you don't know who I am and you're new to my channel today, my name's Thomas, and my channel here we do a range of different Sims 4 speed builds mainly. So I upload on Wednesdays, Fridays and Sundays mainly. I do some other, bonus ones here and there, but Sundays I always do a mansion build, so that's why you're seeing this today. Sometimes, it's a 50 by 50 like this one, sometimes it's a 64 by 64, so lots of stuff to kind of see if you like speed builds in The Sims 4. So in total, this build, like for the interior and my part, what I had to do, took me about an hour and 10 minutes in total, I would say, which isn't that long, really. And this is actually, as you can see, very different for me because it's kind of like ultra modern, which I rarely do actually. I always go for like traditional themes and like suburban family homes and stuff like that, so it was really nice to do this as a change. So I thought I would actually really struggle with this since it's very different for me what I normally do, but actually I had a lot of fun doing this, and it was kind of nice to try new things and be a little bit more creative with different items and put them together. Another thing as well just to mention is that this is actually a restricted pack build, because originally we were going to do a base game, but then we kind of decided that be a little bit difficult in terms of just trying to get everything in that I kind of had in mind. So what I actually ended up doing is that, well, the whole exterior on Marmelad's channel is actually base game, but I went ahead and incorporated a few packs. So basically what I did is that I just went into my game properties and did that little trick where you can disable packs. If you don't know what I mean, it's basically this thing where you can go onto James Turner's website and he has this little kind of program thing that you can make up this kind of string of text, and basically it has like all the list of pack icons, and you just click on the ones that you want to kind of remove from your game temporarily. Now, you're not going to have to uninstall it and then reinstall it. It's actually really simple. And just makes when you're doing base game builds or restricted pack builds a lot more easy, because when you're in build, in build mode, you're not seeing all the other items that you don't want to use, and it just makes it a little more easier to kind of focus on the stuff that you can actually use. So I just went around and kind of chose a few different ones to disable. So in total, I'm just going to go ahead and check. So in total, I used all of the expansion packs, I believe. 6 of them. And then in terms of game packs, I used Jungle Venture, Dine Out and Spa Day. And then for the stuff packs, I used Fitness Stuff, Movie Hangout Stuff, Cool Kitchen, Perfect Patio and Luxury Party Stuff. So that does sound like a lot, but it is a lot less than what I normally do, because I don't normally pack restrict most of the time. So it's a lot less packs than I normally do, and that's just because we were originally going for base games, so I thought to kind of make up for it, I'll just go for some restricted packs. So yeah, we're just working on this area of the build here, which is kind of like the living room. I didn't really talk about much of the build here since I was talking about that just a minute ago, but I actually really love how this living room turned out. I think I used like sort of like fences, I think it was, or like dividers. Yeah, I think it was divider walls behind the TV, just to make it a little bit more of an interesting sort of design, as well as some kitchen cabinets as well, which I used a few times throughout this home, just to kind of make it look a little bit different, I suppose. And I really love those kind of modern looking wallpaper from Spa Day, I think it is. And it's like different panels put together. I really like how that looks. So I used that a few times in today's build. And also what I just generally did in today's build was just use a lot of different wall coverings. So like each room has like 3 different wall coverings, just to kind of make it look a bit more interesting, I thought. So today, while I'm doing this voiceover, it's currently the 8th of June. Now I think this is going up tomorrow on the 9th, which would mean that yesterday we did actually have a, well, it's later today for me, but yesterday for you, if you're watching this on the day of upload, we had the EA Play live stream for the next kind of pack announcement. So we got that kind of leak the other day about Island Living, so I presume that's what the live stream is going to be all about. But you never know, so that's my prediction. So it'll be interesting to see what's going to happen afterwards, once the live stream has actually happened, which for you it would have, but at this point it actually hasn't. So I'm looking forward to see what we're going to get. I have a feeling, because if anybody remembers back a couple of months ago, I had that Maxis Monthly stream, and they said that in the next 6 months we're going to be getting a new expansion, game pack and stuff pack, all within the next 6 months. So, you know, that's been a little while since we got that announcement, which means there isn't really that much time left for these 3 packs to, you know, come out, because it was going to be within the next 6 months, and it's much less than that now. So I presume that we're going to be getting the expansion pack before the end of June, I would imagine, because that's what some of the leaks are being kind of, you know, looking like what it's going to be. And then I'm having a feeling that maybe we're going to get like maybe just a teaser or even an actual announcement for the next game pack as well. So I have a feeling that might happen there too, because it's like a half an hour slot, I believe, they have for the live stream. So I'd imagine that they're not only going to talk about the expansion pack, they may be talking about other things about the game as well, so that could make up the time. But yeah, I'm really interested to see what's going to be all, you know, this live stream is going to be all about. So this room right here that we're working on now is the dining room, and it is a fairly big room actually. So I went ahead and took 2 tables which have 8 seats on them together, so there's actually 16 seats here. Now I don't know if I think it is, but if you kind of have a party in game, I think the maximum amount of people you can have in a group is 15. So if you do have a big gathering, then this room would be great for that. And I think I just said it's actually 16 seats, but it's actually 14. So, you know, 1 less, but there is also a lot of different other seating areas within the house and this room as well, just behind the dining table. So, you know, there's lots of seating here. Also go ahead and put a bar area in, and I also did that little kind of TV area as well, which I used the kind of trick I did with the kind of divider walls behind it as well, just to make it look more interesting, make it stand out a little bit more, so I did that there. And then this is one of the bedrooms. I don't know if I mentioned, but this house has 4 bedrooms and 4 bathrooms, and it also has a study and a gym as well. Now, the house is kind of split up into like 2 separate areas. So we've got this part here, which is kind of the main part of the house, and there's also like a separate part of the house at the back, which you go out to, and there's also another living room area in there, another bedroom, another bathroom, and also the gym there too. So we'll be getting on that in a minute. So the main part of the house has 3 bedrooms and 3 bathrooms, and then the outhouse, I guess you could call it, has 1 bedroom and 1 bathroom. So this is one of the little bathrooms here, you know, very small, but you know, it's just like a little half bathroom, I suppose. I don't think I showed you a lot of footage of the bathrooms in today's build. Now, if you're new, and you may not know this, but I don't normally include that in my builds, just because the bathrooms seem to be a little bit repetitive. They're not that, you know, the most exciting thing, so I don't always show that. But I do actually think there's a screenshot of the end which shows kind of like a little part of the bathroom of one of the ones I didn't include in this footage. So this is the kind of part of the house which I was just talking about before, where it's kind of separate from the main part of the house. So it has a nice big living room here, as well as an additional bedroom, bathroom and gym. And the gym's kind of part of like a garage area. Like, it looks like a garage. You can't actually, like, you know, access it from like the front, but it does look like a garage. And that's what I'd normally do anyway for one of my regular speed builds, is that a lot of the time if I have a garage in a build, I would change it into a gym, because I feel like it's kind of a good kind of use of the space, since we don't really have, you know, functionality for actual, you know, garages, since they don't have cars. But that's actually an interesting thought though, because if you looked back at those renders that were leaked the other day, now, you know, by the time this video goes up, we may have some more clarity on this, but it looked like there's going to be getting like speedboats with this new pack as well. So I wonder if that's going to lead onto cars as well, since it's like a vehicle, I suppose. So that'd be interesting to learn more about. So this right here is the gym. Now, I don't know what I was thinking of doing this little bit here. It's kind of like a sort of just like a console table thing here, which made it look very more posh sort of looking room, and then I go ahead and put a gym in it. So maybe that kind of end table there thing doesn't really fit that well, but you know, I'm not too bothered about it really. And I also went ahead and kind of put a bit of pop of colour in with those little orange lights as well. So I just went ahead and put a few, you know, gym equipment items in here. I think I went for the fitness stuff items, since that was one of the packs I was using today. Because, you know, fitness stuff doesn't have a lot of other items, you know, other than the gym equipment, but some of the other items that it does have are fairly modern looking, so I wanted to go ahead and use that as well. So this is the other bedroom I was talking about, where we do have this on the separate part of the house. So maybe this could be like a guest, you know, room or something, or just like maybe something like a multi-generational family that's living here, and maybe this is where the separate family lives or something. They have their own bedroom and bathroom and living room over here. And, you know, nothing too exciting about this room though. Just went for a blue colour scheme. I don't go for a lot of blue colour schemes actually in my builds, but it's, you know, a nice bit of a change, I suppose. And also just another thing to mention, if you're a regular viewer of my channel, you probably know this by now, but just in case you're new, and you're wondering where the kids' rooms are, because kids' rooms are something that a lot of people do in their speed builds, but personally I don't normally include kids' rooms in my builds. Sometimes I will do them, you know, on occasions, but for the majority of the time, I do like to keep my rooms fairly neutral in my builds, just to make it easy for you to take any type of family you have and fit it into one of my builds without having to make as many changes. So that's why I don't normally do kids rooms. And, you know, saying that as well, I don't really think kids rooms would look that great in today's build as well, since it's very like ultra modern. And we don't really have anything like that for kids, so I wasn't really planning on doing kids rooms anyway. So this here is another one of the 4 bedrooms, and if you were going to make this personalised, I would kind of actually say that this is made for like an older teen, like maybe a teen girl. That's kind of what I thought about when I was doing this. So you could use this room for that if you want to though, or not, you know, up to you. And I actually went ahead and sort of combined 2 items together for the bed. So I took one of the Seasons beds, I think it was, and also one of those really high kind of sofas from City Living as well, and kind of paired them together. I've done that before in the past, and I think it's something that a lot of people do anyway. It's kind of 2 items that really pair nicely together. Now I'm not too sure if those are actually functional though. I'd imagine they are still, but you know, it might not be, but I'm pretty sure they are. And this room right here is the study, which is one of the last rooms that we're going to be working on today, before I head out onto the exterior to finish that off. And I kind of want to make some sort of like console thing here with like cabinets around the desk. I've done that before, but I couldn't really figure out how to make it work today for some reason, so I just went ahead and did something simple there with those Jungle Adventure counters and cabinets, and then also, you know, just a bookshelf, since I thought it'd be good to have at least one of those in the study just to kind of actually make it function as a study, I suppose. And I'm going to go ahead and put a few sort of items out here on this kind of balcony area, so I just put a few sort of lounge chairs around. I think they also put an easel as well, just as another kind of activity for you Sims to do. I also went ahead and put a few planter boxes up here. Now just those little single ones, I just went ahead and put a few of those on the grass area at the front there. And then this here is kind of the balcony area for the master bedroom. So the master bedroom has their own kind of outdoor space here with a hot tub, which is really nice, as well as another little seating area there too. A few more planter boxes, just as another little decoration I suppose, or you could actually use them. And then we kind of got the main outdoor space here, so I kind of made this more of like a actually like properly furnished, as if it was like the interior, I guess. So it has the fireplace, which was already there. I went ahead and put a just a paint above it though, because I was thinking about putting a TV, because I thought it would be nice, but since it is actually outdoors, I thought if you have seasons in your game and it rains, it may kind of affect that a little bit, so I just went ahead and put a paint in there. There's also this area here which I made like a fully functional barbecue area, with like a sink there too, and it's kind of fully furnished and fitted in with cabinets, which is nice, and also an outdoor seating area here too, which is a little bit bigger. And yes, that's pretty much it for today's build. I really hope you enjoyed. I'm going to go ahead and leave you here with the screenshots in just a second. We've also got a little greenhouse sort of gardening area as well to work on, and that's the last thing. So make sure you go ahead and check out Marmelad's channel if you haven't already, to go ahead and check out her amazing content, as well as part 1 of this build that she did over on her channel first. And again, if you're new today here to my channel, then welcome. You can go ahead and download this build from the gallery. My origin ID is RealThomasTV1, and I'll also go ahead and put a link in the description to the online gallery if it's easier way for you to download it that way. So thanks for watching, and I'll see you all next time. Bye!